Where Winds Meet has an enormous amount of content to comb through here. In fact, it can be a little overwhelming to start the game and get bombarded with a ton of menus and icons. Don't panic though, because there are some specific steps you can take to start the game on the right foot, and this video will guide you through them. First off, let's just get you some free cash. There are a couple of codes that are free for everyone to use that we managed to compile together. Redeem these by going into settings, flipping over to the other tab, and clicking the exchange code arrow. Then enter the following codes: WWMGO1114, WWMGL YouTube, and WWMGL TikTok. Once the codes are redeemed, you can claim their rewards by checking your messages in the main menu. If these codes don't work, or if you want other codes that have been added since the writing of the script, make sure to bookmark our codes page linked in the description. Where Winds Meet has a massive map, but you can get around a little easier with a mount. The most straightforward way to do this is to follow the main quest. Early on, it will lead you towards the General Shrine, and right before you enter, you'll be interrupted by a cutscene where two thugs will bump into you and then promptly take their leave. Don't let them get away. These are actually horse thieves, and if you toss one of them off their horse, you'll get to claim it as your own, because I guess that's just how it works. If they do get away, don't worry, you can still find them generally at this spot along the trail southwest of the Northern Val ruins. And if you still can't find them, you can always just yank an innocent person off their horse as well. It'll just feel a little worse. Just be warned that they will chase after you to try to take it back, but it won't really matter because horses are faster than people. One of the many encounters you may come across while exploring are moments where you'll find a martial artist, sometimes even an animal martial artist, using some sort of technique in the wild. And if you're able to find a spot to watch them in secret, you can actually steal those skills. These skill theft opportunities are a great way to expand your own repertoire with new mystic arts. One can be found as soon as you start exploring the open world. Head to this spot to observe a bear doing Tai Chi. Observing this bear involves pressing the action button when yellow circles appear on screen before they disappear. Once you fill the meter, the Tai Chi skill is yours. This move is particularly useful to send large or shielded enemies careening into environmental hazards, dealing big damage and opening up secrets, or to simply just take large enemies out of a fight temporarily. Another one that you'll want to get as soon as you can is the Veil of Stillness, which can be found just to the southeast of Moonveil Mountain. You'll need to be level 8 for it to appear, so if you're not quite there yet, just keep it in mind. It, along with the Touch of Death, which we will touch upon a little bit later, are virtually essential for stealth-focused quests. There will be many opportunities for this minigame throughout the adventure, so it's good to familiarize yourself with it now. It gets more complicated with faster moving circles and gray ones that penalize you, but it's always worth engaging with to get yourself some new skills. Just west of the Tai Chi Bear is an important NPC named Qi Sheng, who will need your help pulling him out of some rocks. Once you do, he'll ask you to retrieve an oddity from a beehive where the bear just was. Use a fire arrow to ignite it, and then collect the Whisper Hive to bring back to Qi Sheng. Doing so will allow you to choose from one of 4 martial arts, which are basically the movesets that go along with the various weapon classes. Don't stress too much about the choice, you'll soon be able to choose from any and all the weapon classes. Make a note to return to this NPC from time to time as you collect more and more oddities, which are gained by either igniting and collecting more beehives, grabbing these purple lotus flowers, finding chirping crickets called dagger generals near piles of junk or rocks, etc. You can turn these oddities in for permanent stat boosts and other boons that will increase your power level. Chances are you met Meow Meow on the way to get your horse earlier, but if not, you'll find one along the path leading southwest out of the General Shrine. These little cats are hanging out all over the map, and they offer quick challenges like solving a small puzzle or collecting will-o-wisps before time runs out. These come with the usual smattering of rewards, but they also improve your puzzle solving and parkour skills. Those will come in handy in the game's dungeons. Some of the most rewarding activities you can do early on in Where Winds Meet are side quests. These are marked on your map with a blue notebook and can also be tracked in the journal by looking at the Zhonghu Legacy tab. Simply select the side quest in the journal, press the button to inspect it, and you'll be shown on the map where the starting point for that side quest is. Our recommendation is to first do the Echoes in the Shrine quest, as it's available very early on at the General Shrine. Simply check on the person bowing at the shrine to start the quest off, then head around to the side where you'll see a boy, his dog, and a cracked spot on the ground. Talk to the boy and promise to get him back his Kuju ball, then position yourself over the cracked spot in the ground, double jump up, and then click in the left stick to do a mighty drop and crash right through. From here, just head through the dungeon, defeating enemies along the way, until you reach the end where you'll fight a mini-boss before completing the quest. You can save it for a bit later, but another quest you definitely want to prioritize is the Echoes of Old Battle side quest, as it will give you the Touch of Death skill, which is needed if you plan on doing any sort of stealth quests. We've got a full guide on how to complete that quest linked in both the description and at the end of this video. One of the reasons why you'll especially want to do these side quests is that they'll often reward you with medicinal tails, which are needed to upgrade your medicine, but in order to do that, you'll need to find Meow at the Evercare Clinic. This can be located right here on the map to the southwest of Blissful Retreat. Talk to her and hand over all the medicinal tails you have to improve your medicine chest. Make a mental note to return to Meow every time you come across medicinal tails, which are generally rewards for side quests, campaign missions, outposts, and world bosses. Progression in Where Winds Meet is unlike most other action RPGs you'll play. Almost everything has a level: your character, gear, exploration, battle pass, skills, talents, etc., with everything needed to be leveled up individually. You can help yourself out by going into the develop menu and then clicking the improvement guide. You'll see what the game recommends you upgrade, and then you can just click in and upgrade whatever you have the resources for. Just look for the little green triangle. Separately from that, you'll also want to make sure you're claiming all the rewards you're earning for completing the many challenges that you probably aren't even aware of. Always keep an eye out for red dots on anything in the menu and always click into them to see if there's a reward you can claim. Chances are you'll be surprised at how many rewards you were just sitting on waiting to claim for doing something that you did hours ago. Once your character hits level 15, you'll hit the first level cap and will need to break through by completing a combat challenge to test your strength. You'll still bank experience even if you keep gaining it while capped, so don't worry about missing out on EXP by not breaking through right away. But nonetheless, you'll want to do it sooner rather than later, as the rewards you get for breaking through the level cap, including one of every single weapon type. You'll also get higher tier versions of all your gear, raising your gear score along with your character level, your stats will increase, and enemies will also rise up in level to meet with your strength. Your martial arts will also require breakthroughs to reach higher tiers, but these are tied to materials that need to be gathered. So make sure to take a look at what you need to upgrade your favorite martial arts and prioritize upgrading them whenever possible. One thing to keep in mind is that some of the best rewards you'll find are rewards that you'll simply get just by playing the game. If you go to your journal and then select the button on the right side of the banner with the area location, you'll be able to see your area exploration progress. You'll gain experience for this by doing pretty much anything: opening a chest, finding a boundary stone, which is basically a fast travel waypoint, completing side quests, clearing outposts, completing main quests, etc. You should make one of your main goals to get to level 4 area exploration in the first area of Chinga, because once you do, you'll get an Afterglow pendant, which, when used in conjunction with the skill you gain for completing the Afterglow side quest, will allow you to straight up fly through the air, allowing you to not only get around the world much faster, but to do so with oh so much style. And those are some general recommendations to get you started in Where Winds Meet. Just to further emphasize, the most important thing is to just explore everything. Make sure that you're staying on top of your progression, and search every nook and cranny of the menus to make sure that you're always claiming rewards when they're offered. Thanks for watching, and for everything else, keep it here on IGN.